This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first, call your parents to say I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee with your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 an order. Additional terms apply.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to This Song Is Yours. We're a music podcast that chats to artists, musicians and creatives on their songwriting craft and upcoming projects. I'm your host Simon Fink and welcome to episode 272. Our guest today on the podcast is the incredible R&B and dance singer and songwriter Thandi Phoenix. Earlier this month, she released a brand new EP titled Rebirth. This is an incredible EP which blends soul, dance, R&B and electronic music together beautifully. Links to where you can buy and stream the Rebirth EP can be found within today's show notes, and that's also where you'll find all of our details as well. If you're not already following this podcast, what are you doing? Go ahead and give us a follow on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your pods from, and follow us across all of our social media. Our guest today is Thandi Phoenix. The South African-born but Australian-raised singer and songwriter has been putting out her own unique take on music since 2015. Beautifully blending elements of R&B, soul, dance and electronic music, Thandi has found success within the Aussie music scene and has worked with artists like Tasman Keith and Just a Gent, and she's also toured with artists like Jhene Aiko and Rudimental. Earlier this month, she returned with a brand new collection of songs in the form of the Rebirth EP. It's Thandi's first release as an independent artist, and it could not be a stronger batch of songs to kick off this brand new era for her. In today's episode, we're talking about her introduction to songwriting and how she got her start. We discuss a mutual love of hot sauces and the brilliant YouTube series Hot Ones. We also chat about her upcoming live shows, which are taking place around the country next month. Rebirth is out now, and as mentioned before, you can find all the details for where to purchase or stream the EP in the episode show notes. We also want to say a massive thank you to Nat from the PR Files for her help with today's episode. Here is our conversation with Thandi Phoenix. Please welcome to This Song Is Yours, Thandi Phoenix. Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing good, babes. I'm feeling a little spacey, just got to fight, but nothing coffee can't fix.
Look, I very much appreciate that. I did see that it looked like you were somewhere sunny previously to coming back home.
Tropical feels. Had to run away from Sydney's cold weather, but the sun is out today, so we can't complain. If we see the sun, I feel good.
You've brought back the good weather with you. So, look, any kind of reprieve or any kind of relief from some of the winter cold, I think is appreciated.
The winter blues, it's real.
Yeah, exactly. It's an incredibly exciting time at the moment for yourself. There's a brand new EP which came out only a week ago or so. It is called Rebirth. Firstly, congratulations on the EP.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about these songs being out there now?
Oh, I think whenever you're working on something for a while and the moment that you can release it, it's a massive relief. It just feels so good to be able to share the music with people and for them to hear and experience, what I've been going through. And, it's a celebration as well, because it's a new journey for me. This EP is my first independently released EP and self-managed. So for this EP out, I'm like, whew, we did it. First one in the bag.
It is incredibly exciting because of those aspects as well. As you said, it's independently released, and you're kind of, I feel like you're running the show now, if you will. That there's a lot more of you and everything else going into this release. I guess this is the second EP from yourself. Has it differed? Has it been as enjoyable as previously when you weren't independent?
Yeah, I mean, I think it absolutely is. It's a different feeling because, you know, having to have the know-how into the ins and outs of the business, the working sides of it, financially supporting it, and also just, completely backing yourself on it. It feels a lot greater, and it's really beautiful. Like I'm so grateful for all the beautiful people that I've worked with on this EP and these new experiences that I've been going through. So yeah, it feels a little bit more hefty for me for some reason. Yeah.
I imagine though that there's, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I imagine that there is a greater sense of pride, but also a greater investment in how the EP is going and how it's received and everything along with it, if you are kind of pushing it more so yourself, not just having the label or whatever behind the EP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. 100%.
Are you someone who's nervous around release week or when you're releasing new music, or is it just like no, it's done, it's out there, it is what it is?
I think beforehand, like for me, nothing is real until it's happened. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of just like, what? It's coming, I think it is. And then I actually got emotional before it came out because I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, the last couple of years, so much has happened personally and professionally, and like going back to when this was just an idea and like the thought of going independent, you know, figuring out, navigating this in a different path, and even just how do you get it out? Like, how do I put the music out by myself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so from conceptualizing the music to the back end of it, and me rewinding and putting myself in that place where nothing had happened yet, but just thinking about it, and then fast forward, and I'm like, it's about to come out, bitch. It's coming. Like, what? I was like, I think, yeah. So I had an emotional release. Happy Tears came out. But yeah, it's all good feelings and a beautiful time to be in. So yeah.
That's incredible. I love to hear that. As you mentioned, it is the first EP independently, but it's the first, I'd say, body of work since the 2019 self-titled EP. You have been keeping busy since, as you said. There's been lots of singles coming out, lots of features. For these songs that are sitting on the EP, how long have some of these been sitting with you and I guess kind of growing or being created in that time frame?
It's probably like the past 18 months to 2 years, but some of them were written like the beginning. Hot Sauce was written at the beginning of last year, I think it was. Yeah. What year are we in? Or was it this year? No, it was the beginning of last year. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they've been it's been a journey. It's been a journey, doll.
I did have what was it? I was reading a few different articles in preparation for today, and I think that there was one that advised somewhere across, I guess, the pandemic and everything that was going on, and especially with musicians and artists and songwriters, that there was a period of time where you felt maybe not as in love with songwriting or maybe not as connected with the art of writing, and just due to what a lot of artists were experiencing at that time, you know, like uncertainty in the career, everything else. I'm curious because, again, we're talking about this brilliant brand new EP. How did you overcome that at the beginning?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of that stemmed into me wanting to, you know, take that leap and go independent as well, because I felt like for a while that I was, you know, writing these songs and you pitch them to labels and, you know, maybe they're not feeling them as much. But that just over time started to really get into my head, get into my psyche, like, oh my gosh, am I not good enough songwriter? Oh my gosh, is like what I'm doing not good enough. And it just took away that excitement and joy that I used to have when writing a song. And like you finish the song, you love it, and you're like, I want to get this out. And I think that's what's so important. I mean, there's these structures and there's lots of cooks in the kitchen that, you know, have a say at the end of it. But I think when an artist is passionate and excited about the music, that's first and foremost what should be the driving force and why it should be coming out. So really this EP was when I started to fall back in love with songwriting, because I said, screw it, I'm not having any parameters on any of this. I'm writing stuff that I'm loving and I'm just going to see where this takes me. So I think it was so exciting for me to, fall back in love with that process and then have the songs at the end of it and be like, you know what? I love this and it's coming out. No one gets at me now. It's coming out because I love it and I'm feeling it. So I think it was just being able to have that freedom again and like not be caught up in your head about like, it needs to be like this. Be free, flow. And that's like always what I want to be able to do with my music. Like it's never, sonically, I've never wanted to be in a little box. I've got so many different inspirations and artists and influences and genres that inspire me, and I want my music to be able to ebb and flow with that. So I think, this EP, I was just like, let's see where we go.
Well, from what we've heard so far from this EP, from the previous EP, it does seem like I wouldn't say that there's anything that kind of lands in the same category or genre, or it does, as you said, it's almost genre agnostic for the moment, if you will. I would love to know where the original desire for songwriting came from, I guess, your introduction to songwriting and when you started.
I think, so I went to a performing arts school, played the clarinet growing up, picked up the guitar when I was in about year 7, and it was just a Dear Diary moment. It was like some people, write their thoughts down in their diary. I would do that. Then I picked up a guitar and started putting melodies to it. And it was just a way for me to really just release anything that I was going through. You got so many emotions when you're a teenager. You know what I mean? Have to channel them somewhere. I just started, I loved like Amy Winehouse at the time was such a massive inspiration, and just, getting out all of my feelings and emotions.
This summer, Instacart presents famous summer flavors coming to your front door. Or pool. Or hotel.
Your grocery delivery has arrived, sir.
That was faster than room service.
No violins in the lobby.
Oh, seriously? Anyway, sit back, relax, and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Starring your favorite snacks, drinks, and more. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Rated H for hungry audiences. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Onto pad and pen and then onto my guitar. Yeah, that's when it started.
Were either of did you come from like a musical family or a musical household?
Both my parents absolutely like obsessed with music. Like mum had hundreds of CDs, dad had hundreds of records. Dad was in radio, and so music was definitely celebrated in my household. And both my parents had like I wouldn't say obsession, but like obsessed with music as I am. Like all the time there'd be music playing, and it's something that was just part of my upbringing and something that was enjoyed, celebrated, and loved.
That's awesome. I think a number of the artists that we've spoken to on this podcast, quite a few have come from, whether the parents were musically talented or inclined was one thing, but it seemed that a through line seems to be a lot of them have parents who just absolutely rinsing music all hours of the day, which I love.
Yeah.
This EP, as I mentioned, is brilliant. It doesn't seem to, as you mentioned, kind of just sit in one box of genre. I did want to talk about one of the singles. It was my favourite track because I think that every time I kind of put the EP on and listened through, I kept coming back around to Hot Sauce. It is just such a feel-good track. Anyone who's listening to this EP, to this podcast, please go and listen to the EP after this and play all the songs, but play Hot Sauce as well. Am I right in saying that this stemmed from a session in the studio where I think you came across the beat and then just kind of freestyled over that to find what the song was?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the time I feel like the way that I write has definitely evolved over the time, but nowadays for me it all has to be like, melodically based, and just I'll get on if it's into my notes or if it's on the mic and just see what comes out. I usually, get a melody down first and then see where it flows. But I was in the session with Arona Main, who I've worked with, been a collaborator with for years and years. And, he had this beat. We'd been writing a song in the morning and we came back. We had some, like, chicken and hot sauce, as I always do, fried chicken and hot sauce. And we came back in the studio and he played me the song and, like, when you sometimes it's like when you hear a beat, it's like fire. It was just fire straight away. I was like, I've got to do something on this. And I got on the mic and I was just being silly. It just gave me this like carefree, confident, like sassy feel and energy. So, 'cause I'm hot, eat it up. Like, I don't know. It was just, and we just had hot sauce. I don't know. It just came out. And it's a really cool beat that he made. It's got a sample from, Bob James, who is an awesome composer and jazz composer and soul and funk, and so it's a very fun summer song.
It is a brilliant summer track, as you said. And I have to ask very quickly, as an aside, as a fan of hot sauces, do you have a favourite at the moment, and also do you watch Hot Ones at all?
Yes, I would love to go on Hot Ones. I'm like, I want to see how far I could take this. I saw some ghost pepper chips the other day, and I stupidly didn't get them. I feel like I'm always there's this one El Yucatan, I'm pretty sure it's called, or I have many different hot sauces that I use for different types of food, because it's not one hot sauce fits all, you know what I mean? If it's more of an Asian base, you go for a different. If it's more of a, Mexican, you go for another. I'm always rotating.
Mm-hmm. That's very fair, very fair. There's I'm not sure if you played it. There's a Hot Ones board game where it comes with a sauce and you kind of play it as a challenge. It's somehow I'll speak to the powers that put us together and somehow get a copy to you.
Oh my gosh, this must happen. I want to do it, but all my friends say my mouth is broken because like everything I eat I'm always asking for some chili or some sauce that's going to take it up. So I don't know who would want to verse me in a game of that.
I think everyone, I don't, no disrespect to your friends, I think they're being weak. I think they know the competition.
That's it. I always it's like I'm a pusher of hot, like chili, because, my friends, if they don't like chili, I'm just like, come on, just try a little bit here. Just come on. And I'm slowly building up their tolerance for spice. But, hopefully one day we'll get to a competing level.
I look forward to hearing how that goes and how that plays out. I know on top of this EP this year as well, you also took part in Aretha, the I don't want to say tribute show, it was more like a night of homage to Aretha Franklin at the Sydney Opera House that it featured Montaigne, featured artists like Montaigne, Emma Donovan.
Jada
a handful of incredible female identifying artists. First, I have to ask how that opportunity came about, but then how the nights were themselves. Yeah,
those shows again, concept of time, I'm like, wasn't that just like the other week? But they were mammoth shows and so incredible. That just came about through, I don't know, somebody hit my booking agent up. And when I saw, the incredible lineup of the other artists and of course, Aretha Franklin, I was like, this is an absolute honor and be such a privilege to be able to be part of these shows. It was a really, really beautiful union that we had between all of us. Some of the artists, I'd met before and done shows with. But as a collective, when we all got together, there was just this really beautiful synergy. And, it was a mammoth show. It was 32 songs. total of 2 hours. And we had an incredible band join us, and all of us were on stage the whole time. Jada was doing the narration, so it was really wonderful because, for the diehard Aretha fans, we went into deeper cuts from her discography, and then for, some other people who might just know the hits, they got what they wanted. But her music was just, I was in awe. Sometimes sitting there, we'd have our own songs, and then we'd also do, duets or share the songs together. But sometimes I was just sat there blissing out because just the voices and the power of her sound and her songs, it was just really special to be part of.
I love that. I think that would have been absolutely incredible. I did hear, obviously no one's playing favourites, there's a number of different artists up there. I did hear that someone in particular did get the big song Respect. I think yeah. I imagine that while it's landing the big fish, but there's also a lot of responsibility that comes with that song as well.
Yeah, just gotta enjoy it. I feel like that's like obviously one that I was so familiar with. It's like, I think everybody knows that song. So I was like, absolutely, I'll do it. Come on. And also the message of it, I loved it so much. So no, I had fun with that one. It was really great.
That's awesome. I love that. On top of that, those live shows, you are taking this EP on the road. You are coming to visit us in Adelaide, and then you've got shows in Sydney and Melbourne as well next month. How are you feeling about getting back out onto the road?
Oh, I live for live shows, so this is where I gotta be, honey. So excited to be playing these songs for the first time and seeing how they translate in the live setting, and just being able to celebrate the new EP and get back out there onto the road. I love doing live shows, and I love being able to play with my band and connecting with the audience face to face. So I can't wait, honey. I can't wait.
It's probably an unfair question to ask. Is there a track from the new EP that you're most excited to kind of debut live or play live?
That's an interesting one, actually, because, we can't pick favourites with our children, but also like, I suppose it's different to what I do have, don't tell the rest of them. I do have a favourite song from the EP. But then also performing live. Oh my God, that's a good one. I feel like energy-wise, because I'm like high energy for a show, Hot Sauce is like, but also, I'm excited to do Banati.
Oh, yeah. Solid choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think from what I could see of all the kind of social media reaction and comments on different posts, I think there's a lot of excitement around these live shows as well. So I think that regardless, there's going to be a lot of high energy. There's going to be a lot of people dancing, singing along at these shows. So it should be very fun for anyone who is going along.
Yes.
Do you have a favourite aspect of touring and playing live shows?
It's just the connection with the audience face to face, the eyes, the energy, being able to see people and feel that, just to feel the music in that live space and seeing the joy that, music brings. That's my favourite thing, hands down.
100%. I love that. Thandi, we would usually ask our guests what they're currently listening to. Is there something at the moment that is on high rotation for yourself?
Yes, I've got 2 songs which I swear I'm like, yo, I'll be clocking up your numbers, guys, because I keep listening. There's this one artist called June Freedom. He's a Cape Verdean American artist, and this one song he has called YSL, which I really love. Mm-hmm. And there's another song called Tekers by Alo, who's a Nigerian artist who I am rinsing at the moment. So check him out. They're going to put you in a nice feel.
I love that. Well, I will definitely have to check them out. Thandi Phoenix, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast and having a chat with us. Congrats on the Rebirth EP, and we look forward to seeing you on tour.
Thank you. I will see you there.
Imagine the softest sheets you've ever felt. Now imagine them getting even softer over time. That's what you'll feel with Boll & Branch's best-selling signature sheets in 100% organic cotton. In a recent customer survey, 96% replied that Boll & Branch sheets get softer with every wash. Start getting your best night's sleep in sheets that get softer and softer for years to come. Try their sheets with a 30-night guarantee. Plus, get 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com, code BUTTERY. Exclusions apply. See site for details.